Have you ever been confused between a IPv6 loopback address and an unspecified IPv6 address? I know I have. Let's take a look at these two in this short video. So a loopback IPv6 address, right? It has a job of basically being the address, the IPv6 address that a device uses to ping itself. Now, it's the equivalent of 127.0.0.1 in the IPv4 addressing scheme. Now, in IPv6 address, it takes on a different form, :1/128. And that's great. But this can get confused with an unspecified IPv6 address. I've confused it before because of how similar they look, because they both start with a double colon prefix. Now, here's the thing. This has a 1, but this doesn't. But sometimes they can get muddled up because if we don't have that a strong link in our minds with this prefix being used for loopback and this prefix being used for unspecified. So let's take a deeper look into unspecified IPv6 addresses. What is the purpose? Well, basically, if a device like this unhappy one here doesn't receive an IPv6 address, it uses the unspecified IPv6 address. Now, this is never routed on the network, but it gives it an IPv6 address in the meantime, so it has one. And then it doesn't feel left out here like its friends, which have IPv6 addresses, and therefore you can see the happy. This guy has a double colon of doom. So, and that's what I refer to it, the double colon of doom. It's not desirable, but it does the job in the meantime of giving in an IPv6 address. And this guy doesn't feel left out here. So that is loopback and IPv6 addresses and unspecified IPv6 addresses. It's just making that strong link between the prefixes and the purpose behind the address type that uses it. Loopbacks, :1/128 is used for pinging a device to ping itself on the network. An unspecified IPv6 address is to give those lonely devices without IPv6 addresses, to give them a device in the to give them an IPv6 address in the meantime, whilst they received a proper IPv6 address. So that's it, guys. I hope that helps with understanding the difference between these two types of addresses. Thank you for watching.